Good afternoon. My name is Dianne and I have been a Reform Pilates instructor at this gym for just over a year. For my one-on-one session today, I have the lovely George. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for coming today, George.
Thanks, Dianne.
George is one of my participants and has been doing my group reform classes for just over 6 months and has just wanted to focus on one bit more one-on-one sessions so I can help improve and focus on his technique. George is a 38-year-old active male. He has a HR role and has been doing that for just under 20 years. It is a full-time desk-based job on the computer. So it's long hours sitting at the desk. George is also a Zumba instructor and keeps active by performing his classes. George reports no pain or physical conditions. We've worked on some key elements for George and some goals, which he really wanted to focus on. So we're going to be working on his muscle build-up, upper body strength. We're going to work on his centering and abdominal muscles. We're going to work on body alignment, his posture, flexibility increase, and he wants to focus on some coordination exercises to help with his Zumba instructing. He has done 2 classes with me already, and we've gone through the 5 key elements. We've done the Unite Health Screen test, and we've done some Pilates principles. So today, George is going to be in our class. We're going to do a bit of a warm-up, stretch our muscles. We're going to do class body and a bit of a cool down. Today, we're going to use the yoga ball, the yoga block for some side lying, and I always want us to use the sticky mat just for that extra grip. So our first exercise today is Mermaid. It's a nice spinal mobilization into lateral flexion. So I'm just going to grab the sticky mat, just put it on the carriage. When it comes to sit on the carriage, you're going to bring the shin that's closest to the shoulder rest against the shoulder rest, and the other leg in external rotation is parallel to the front carriage. We're going to have our hand on the foot bar, making sure our pelvis is anchored down to the carriage, making sure your pelvis is in level. You're going to have your rib cage over your pelvis and you want to bring it up to the ceiling, shoulders back and down and chest open. Breathe in. We want to just connect with the carriage. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to lift. Exhale, push the carriage out. Inhale to come back to center. And we're going to exhale to come down. Inhale. Exhale to push away. Inhale to return and lower. And we're going to do 1 counter stretch. So George, I'd like you to do 3 reps of that. So it's going to be 3 mermaids with 1 counter stretch. And that's going to be 3 reps. Good. So that front leg is an external rotation. Feeling comfortable there, George? Maybe if you just bring your sitting bones a bit more towards here so you've got room for your lower back. Lovely. So really anchor your pelvis. I want you to bring your rib cage. So there might be some touching during the class, George. If you do feel uncomfortable, please let me know, just to help support your alignment. So shoulders are back and down. Now I want you to have your chest soft and melted. Gorgeous. Rib cage over the pelvis, so we're not leaning forward or backward. And we just want to center our core. You're going to inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift that arm up above head. Exhale, you're going to push the carriage out. Beautiful. Inhale, return, leaving that arm there, and exhale to bring your hand down. Inhale, lifting your arm. Exhale, push away. Inhale to return and exhale. So just doing 3 of those before your counter stretch. So this is a really nice spinal mobilization into a lateral flexion. Good. Making sure your pelvis is nice and level, keeping it nice and heavy on the carriage. So a lot of the effort's coming through this muscle here, just under your arm. You feeling that, George? Good. How are you feeling? All right?
Good stretching.
Yes. This is nice for your alignment. I know you wanted to focus a bit on that after sitting on your desk all day. You wanted to work on a bit of your body alignment. So making sure you do counter stretch after the other one. Making sure you're breathing. Then we're going to, 2. Then we can just come around to the other side, carefully turning to the other side. I did say 3 sets, but I think 2 sets of the 3 is enough. So having that leg, that shin parallel to the shoulder rest. Beautiful. Then the external rotation with the other leg, the shin parallel. So align, the first thing we do is make sure we align our rib cage to our pelvis, not leaning forward or backwards, shoulders back and down. Beautiful. Head in line with your spine. Good. You want to center, inhale up, exhale as you push away. Beautiful alignment there, George. And bringing the hand down. Inhale to lift your arm, exhale as you push away, feeling that beautiful lateral stretch just through here, and you're getting a nice stretch through here as well. And just when you come in, I'm just going to alter you. If you can just move more towards this side, George, just making sure that anybody's lip. There you go. Does that feel a bit better? Yeah. Inhale, you can just continue with where you were. And these exercises help with your everyday life. So you want to bring all these sort of exercises, principles into your everyday life. Beautiful. Got another counter stretch here. And how many is that? Oh, my first set. Yes, beautiful. Amazing. Keeping your center engaged. When you come to the center, I want you to sit nice and tall, really making that F consciousness. Good posture. Whoops. That looks good. Beautiful. If you just come off. So with this, George, I'm going to demonstrate about 2 to 3 exercises, and then I'm going to get you to do 8 reps or 6, okay? So the next one is our shoulder bridge. I'm going to bring the foot bar down one level. This can also be done with your feet on the platform, but I think you're at this stage where now you can use the foot bar. I will grab the ball for you. I'm going to show you without the ball for me. I've got the sticky mat on the carriage. It is 2 red springs here. I'm going to come and lay on the carriage. So as I showed you before, always coming onto the carriage, with coming to lay on your side and then turn around to come in safely. Now we want your shoulder blades. You want a little gap between your shoulder blades and the shoulder rest. You want your spine in neutral. To start, I want you to tilt your pelvis forward and downwards a few times, just so you can get your neutral spine. We're going to go midway, and that's going to be neutral. Hands down the carriage, palms flat. Long back neck, inhale, prepare. Exhale as you push away with your heels. Coming all the way up to your shoulder bridge. And then when you exhale, slowly come down. So just peeling our spine, articulating that movement. Inhale, prepare. Exhale as you peel this carriage up. And then slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, we're coming down. So I might just put 3 springs on for you. I thought that was a little bit light. Come around, coming to your side first to get into the carriage. So just coming onto your side and coming onto the back. And for this one, we always want the headrest down. You never want to have your headrest up for any shoulder breathe. Heels on the carriage, they are parallel. Making sure I want you to tilt your pelvis forward and down of the carriage. So fitting the exaggeration of digging your lumbar spine into the carriage and then arching it up. So we're now in neutral. So I might just put the ball between your knees to give you that nice alignment. Gorgeous. Shoulders away. Nice long back neck. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, going to slowly start peeling from your lower back to your mid back. And then you're going to come up to your shoulder bridge. Fitting those knees, going back down, and reverse the peel from your upper back, mid back, and then your lower back. Okay? Good. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, as you slowly start peeling using your lower back spine. You're coming to your mid back, then upper back. Hold there and reverse the peel. Feeling each vertebrae as you're coming down. Control the move. Good. This is a really nice exercise for someone that's sitting at the desk all day. So this should help you. This is a nice stretch you can take home with you, George. Control the spine. Feel the upper back. Feel your mid back. Doing well. Takes time for this one, but I really want you to work on this one. You can do this in the mornings when you get up or at night. Good. It's looking very good. And you're going to start to notice a difference once you do this quite regularly. We're working on the lumbar pelvic stabilization as well here. You should be feeling your glutes activating, especially when you get to the top, just feeling that little glute activation. How many got left now? Just one. One. Beautiful. Let this be your best, George. Slow, controlled, always controlling our moves. Good. We're going to be coming to our next exercise. Good. Did well. Feel good? So turn to your side. So always turn to your side, coming the same way. And that's something I want you to sort of take with you when you get in and out of bed. Start on your side and come back on back. We're going to come into our foot series. It is going to be 2 red springs because we're going to do toes. So it's footwork series and we're going to come onto our toes. So we're going to put the foot bar back up. So we're going to leave it here for the rest of the class until we go do our stand. Always make sure that foot bar is nice and secure. So coming onto the side. We're bringing the balls of the feet on the foot bar this time, working our toes. So we just want the balls. You don't want to come up too high. And we want to keep our heels elevated the whole time. So you don't need to come too high. We're going to go into our 5 key elements position, in our rest position, knees directly up to the ceiling. Inhale to prepare, exhale to push away. Inhale to control that move coming back in. We're starting to work our abdominals here too. Exhale, push away, and inhale to return. And we want to make this a nice flow motion as well. Breathe in. Okay. Good, so start with the shoulder blades. Got room there, gorgeous. So we're coming just onto the balls, so you don't have to come to, so just there, gorgeous. It's parallel, so a bit more distance, George. The first thing I want you to do, so we're in our rest position, knees are directly up to the ceiling. Just a bit more gap here, just more. Does that feel all right? Yeah, all right. I just want you to test this. Inhale, prepare, exhale to stretch out, and I want you to come all the way out and hold there just for me to see. Okay, so this is where your heels need to stay for the whole series. So inhale, control the moving, keeping your heels there. So we want our heels to stay in space for the whole series about there. How does it feel? Good. So inhale, control the move. Exhale to push away. That's looking good. So with toes, we are challenging our lumbar pelvic stabilization. We're trying to control our heels and our here, so you want to keep that about the same. So this is a bit of a challenge, but this is something that we can work on. Do you feel ready for me to let your heels go and you can continue? Good. That's looking amazing. Good. Nice long neck, nice long back of your neck. Making sure you went good. That's 8. If you turn to your side, I'm going to come on to our next exercise. We are coming into our next exercise. And it's on to external rotation. So we're going to come on the carriage again. So I'll just check, we've got 2 red springs. I might add a yellow for this one because we're working more with our heels. We're going to put the heels on the foot bar and they're going to be wider. So they're going to come on the corner of the carriage. Now we don't want our knees to collapse out. They're going to be just mid-range and our knees directly up to the ceiling. In our rest position, inhale, prepare. Exhale as you push away with your heels. Inhale, prepare to come back in. Exhale to come out. Now controlling that move coming in, so we don't want the carriage to swing back in. One more here. And inhale. Okay. So this is a nice exercise for your glutes. And your quads are working here as well. So we want the heels on the corner, shoulder blades away, your 5 key elements, long back neck. How does that feel there? Good? Okay. I want you to work your core here. Exhale, inhale to bring yourself back in. Control your move back in. So just bring those knees a little bit in. Beautiful. It's good, George. This is a great hip mobilization as well as hip strengthening as well. Now, if you're not really feeling your glutes, the next time you push out, I want you to gently squeeze your sitting bones together. And then when you release, I want you feel that? When you come in with control, you're going to release them. So gently squeeze your sitting bones together as you push away. Really feel those glutes working. That's good. It's looking very strong. Always keeping your center engaged. Try and soften your rib cage. Always softening your rib cage. You want to release all your tension in your upper body. You want to melt your shoulders down to the carriage like it's butter. Good? Amazing. It's turning to your side, so always come in safely and out. So our next exercise, we're going to work on our single leg exercise. We're going to start with tabletop. So for this one, I'm going to put us to one red and a blue. So always coming to our rest position, getting all our elements, soften the ribs, our pelvis. So starting here, and then you inhale, you're going to lift one leg to tabletop. You're going to have it directly as a 90-90 position. Inhale, prepare, and exhale, you're going to push out. Inhale to come in with control, and exhale to push away. The next time, after you've done 8 on one leg, what I want you to do is come to our bicycle, and that's just all it is stretching that leg out as the carriage comes in. So bringing that leg to tabletop, and then stretching it out to our bicycles. So we're going to do 8 on this leg of each exercise, and then we'll do 8 on the other. Come into your rest position. So you just parallel, beautiful. Centering core, having your abdominals, your Pilates centering working. Now then you're going to lift one leg to tabletop. So just having your knee above your hips and your shin parallel to the ceiling, having the knee directly up there. Keep that active. Exhale as you push away. Working on your lumbar pelvic stabilization. So keeping your pelvis stable. You don't want it rocking. And if you put your hands on your hips, George, just to make sure you can monitor your hips and pelvis that they're not moving around. Now, a good way to start thinking of your core being active, I like to imagine a nice tight pair of jeans, and you want to do the zip up. So you want to bring your activation in your core by just thinking of pulling up your zip, and that's the feeling of activating your core. Gorgeous, keeping that leg nice and strong. And you don't want to lock your knees out. So always have the softness in your knees when you're stretching out. So Pilates, everything's about softness. So just a nice, soft, straight stretch of the leg. Gorgeous. Come into that nice bicycle. Feeling that nice stretch. That was a lovely stretch. Good. How are you feeling? All right? Good. So long back neck, just tilting a little bit forward. Amazing. Melt your ribcage down. Good. That's better. So you've got a nice neutral spine. Pelvis is stable. So working on one leg is providing more of a challenge to our rotary control. Just going to bring that little sticky mat out of the way. Good. So when you make sure you set up first, nice 1990. Inhale, prepare. Center engage. And as we talked about last week with your Pilates breathing, try and breathe from the rib cage so we can keep our core active. Good. Exhale as you push away. Lower back is melted down to the carriage, your rib cage. So on the 8th one, you're going to come into the bicycle. So just talking about there, good. Again, we're working on the lumbar pelvic stabilization. Trying to keep that leg nice and active as you stretch it out and then bring it back to tabletop as well. How was that one? You like that one? Yeah. So turn to your side. Beautiful. We're going to come to a nice side lying plie here. This is a really nice exercise. So we're going to now come to our side. We're going to use a block, put on our headrest. We're going to have it, keep our one red and one blue spring. So I want you to come and sit in the center of the carriage and just line your back to the back of the carriage. So give you a guideline. You want to stack your shoulders. So you want your bottom shoulder in line with your top and your hips stacked as well. Your bottom leg is going to be folded on the carriage, and I want you to lengthen that hip. So you lengthen it down towards the foot bar, away from your rib cage, and you want that gap between the waist, from your waist and the carriage. You're going to have the ball of the feet on the foot bar. You're going to inhale, prepare, exhale as you push away, then bring your heel down. Inhale, bring that carriage in. Exhale, push away on your ball of your foot, then bring your heel down, feeling those glutes. Inhale to bring that carriage in. Okay, so we're going to do 8 on this side and then 8 on the other side. So again, you need to set up in the center of the carriage. Make sure we line our spine to the back. Glasses off, yep. So stacking your shoulders. So just if you can bring that bottom shoulder just a little bit, that's better. Good. Then stacking those hips. So this is almost like a single squat. So imagine you're doing a single squat. So you want to just have this leg angled and doing a squat. So we're just going to come onto the heel, the balls of the feet, and when we push away, you're going to push the heel onto the carriage. Inhale, prepare. Make sure this lengthen this. That should help bring up your waist. So you've got that little gap between your waist and the carriage. Gorgeous. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, push away. Then bring your heel down to the carriage, to the foot bar. Good. Come up, lifting your heel up. Exhale, push away the ball of the foot, then bring your heel down, working those glutes. Can you feel your glutes working as you activated when you bring your heel down? Good. Keeping your core active. Push down that heel as you push away. So this is another rotary pelvic stability exercise. Making sure we're lifting up from the waist, keeping your core active as well. That's 8. You're going to carefully turn around to the other side. So making sure we're stacking the shoulders and stacking the hips. Cool. So this one, if you bring the shoulder just a bit more towards me this side, so that's better. Yep, just a little bit more. If you just bring it there, just so it's stacked more. Good. And this leg here, nice angled, gorgeous. Got that little gap, so really lengthen this, down, bringing your waist, lifting your waist. Gorgeous. So you push away. Inhale, coming back up to the ball of the foot. Exhale as you push away with the ball of the foot and press your heel down. Really feeling those glutes working. That's looking really nice, George. This is a great exercise to help with you sitting at the desk all day, really lengthening out those exercises, your glutes, by sitting on the desk all day as well, sitting down all day. And I know you really wanted to focus on working your glutes as well, so that's a really good exercise. Looking very strong. Beautiful. Careful. How are you feeling? All right? Oh, yeah. Good. That's what we want. Now we're going to come into our mid-back series, and we're going to work on some arms now. So we're going to come onto the side. We're keeping our one red, one blue spring foot bar staying up there. Coming into our rest position. Knees directly up to the ceiling. We're going to grab our short straps for our plow exercise. So this is plow. We're going to have our arms nice and straight with a softness in the elbows. We're going to bring our legs to tabletop, squeezing the legs together. And then you're going to inhale, prepare, exhale as you bring your arms towards your hips. Inhale to bring your arms just past your shoulders. Exhale as you bring them to your hips. So we're going to do 8 plows. For the 8th one, I'm going to get you to hold your arms there, turn your palms to your thighs, and we're going to come to side arms. And we're going to do 8 side arms as well. So keeping the legs nice and active. So again, I know this is something you want to work on, your upper body strength. This is nice for your upper body strength. Yep, make sure those. Coming into a nice rest position. Bringing your legs to tabletop, so squeezing the legs together this time. Knees just above your hips, squeezing the legs in a nice 90. Inhale, prepare. Exhale as you push away. Now let me know if do you want to go a little bit heavier with this one, George? All right, like there? Good. So keeping your wrists nice and soft. Working on the shoulders here. The movement's coming from the shoulders. So nice there. Keeping your... Make sure your rib cage melts down to the carriage. Your lower back is melted down to the carriage and is active. So we're starting to work up more abdominals now as well. I know you really wanted to focus on abdominal work. This is great exercise. Gorgeous. This is our nice side arms. Make sure you're breathing. Making sure you have no tension in your shoulders and your neck. You can even do this sort of exercise at home without the straps if you feel you want that nice stretch with your arms and a bit of strengthening as well. It's looking very good, George. Beautiful, bend those knees. We're going to do one more on our mid-back series, and it's going to be triceps. So we're going to work our triceps this time. Good. Again, coming into the same positioning. Keeping our center engaged, legs to tabletop, squeezing them together. Now you want to bring your elbows closer to your body this time for our triceps. And we're just going to fold there and just lower our forearms. So keeping our abs working Our core is active. Long back neck. Inhale and exhale to lower. I know you like a challenge and you've told me you want to work a bit more on your abdominal work. So when we do 4 like this, I want you to do 4 with stretching the legs out. So a set of 4. Beautiful. Making sure you've got the little gap between the shoulder blades. Beautiful. Squeezing your legs together, bring them into tabletop. Lovely. So bring your elbows closer to your side ribs. So we're working our top back of our arms, our triceps. So every time we're lengthening, the eccentric movement is when we're working our triceps. Exhale as you bring your arms down. Long back neck. Soften your shoulders, soften your head, your neck. Good. Now, if you start noticing that your lower back is arching, I want you to bring your leg, stretch it out a bit higher. So make sure your lower back is down to the carriage. It's looking good. Lovely. How are you feeling? All right? That's another good exercise you can take home with you. I love that exercise. Now we're going to come to our mid-back series, the 100. This is one of the classic exercises that Joseph Pilates did. It is a great exercise and one you're going to love. So we'll start with our legs in tabletop. Spine is in neutral. We're going to bring our arms down by our side. We're going to curl up when you're ready. And then I want you to do breathe in for 5 and exhale for 5 with pulses. So we're going to do a count up to 100. So inhale for 5, 5, out for 5. So we're counting up to 100. I want you to stretch your legs. If you're feeling good, the last 20, I want you to stretch your legs out and come to the full 100. But if you don't feel like it today, just keeping your legs in tabletop. Okay? So this is really working those deep abdominal muscles, the local muscles that you said you wanted to focus a bit more on. Our transverse abdominal muscles. You like that word. Spine in neutral. Beautiful. Inhale to bring your arms down, just hovering over the carriage. You want to curl up if you can curl up. Do you think you can curl up? Can you come up? When you're ready. In for 5, 2, 3, 4. Out for 5. In for 5. Looking down more to here. Keep your eyes there. So you want to lift your head, your shoulders and your chest. And we want to compress our back, lower back down to the carriage. In for 5, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. In for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out for 5. Good, George. Doing well. Breathe in for 5. Keeping your abdominals working, those deep local muscles. Amazing. Well done. Looking good, George. You've only got a few more here. Keep strong. Looking amazing. We're up to the 100. I feel like that was good. You did very well.
Thank you.
It is a strong one. You can always just do that in tabletop, but I wanted just you to push that challenge.
Bit of a challenge.
bit of a challenge, but that's something you don't have to do. You can keep your legs in tabletop. All right, beautiful. Well done. That was very good. We're going to come into a seated position this time. We're coming into back rowing. So it is one red spring. We're going to have it. We're going to come to sit on the carriage, and I want you to sit back where you've just got a hand distance on the carriage and your sitting bones. We're going to cross our legs. We're going to bring our rib cage over our pelvis, and we're going to lift it up to the ceiling, bring our shoulders back and down, chest open. We're going to bring hands in, just in front of us. Inhale, prepare. Exhale as you just push away. Inhale, bring them forward. Try and keep those shoulders back and down. So this is a nice one for your upper body strength. I know you really wanted to focus on those sort of exercise. So just measuring your hand distance from your sitting bones, beautiful. Now you want to bring that rib cage, I'll just get you to sit up, rib cage over your pelvis, so you don't want to lean forward or backwards. Shoulders come back and down, so almost gliding them. Head in line with your spine, keeping your abdominals active. Inhale, prepare, exhale as you push away. Now how is that strength? Would you like me to go heavy or are you happy there? Good. So bring your arms forward. Exhale as you bring in your arms back down to your spine. Inhale, bringing them forward. Soften your top, soften your shoulders. I'm just going to correct you a little bit, just lean a bit more forward. Beautiful. Nice open chest. Feeling your upper body, arms working. Releasing any tension from your shoulders. This is a great scapular control work. We're working on our fibers for our trapezius. And our abdominals are working really well here. Good. We're going to do one more series in the back rowing, and that's going to be our biceps. So again, just coming to sit on the carriage. And if someone wants to cross your leg the other way, so having a bit of a different angle here. Now you can just bring your sitting bones out from having right on the edge. Putting our hands in our straps, sitting nice and tall. You don't want to lean forward or backwards, sitting nice, rib cage over pelvis. So we're going to bring our elbows in line with our shoulders, and we're going to keep them there. And we're going to just bring our hands towards our shoulders. So we're working our biceps now. So just folding at the elbows. So we were working the top front of our arms this time, our concentrics. So having that distance from your sitting bone and the carriage. So rib cage comes over your pelvis, shoulders back and down, have a softness, release any tension in your upper body. Gorgeous. And we're going to just fold from here, our elbows. So every time we're folding our arms, we are working our biceps, the front top of the arms. You're keeping your core active. Breathing. So working on a scapular-thoracic stabilization. Working on our arm strengthening. That looks amazing. Well done. And you can always go up in the springs. Yes. We're going to come to our nice standing series. So it is the abductor exercise. Abductor, I should say. We're going to bring our foot bar down. It's one red spring, and I'm going to bring that sticky mat that's just over here, sorry, George, and we're going to put it on this carriage. So I want you to always stand for safety reasons on the platform, and then the other leg comes on the carriage. We're going to bring our spine in neutral and align, working on alignment, because I know you want to work on that. So you don't want to lean forward or backwards, so you want to bring your rib cage over your pelvis, shoulders back and down, head in line with your spine, keeping the hands on the hips. Inhale, prepare. Exhale as you push away. Inhale to come back in. So with this, we can start bringing our arms forward as well as bring the carriage out. Okay, so get to stand on the wooden platform for safety reasons first. Be mindful that it is going to be moving the carriage. Set yourself up. So nice, bringing your rib cage over your pelvis. Gorgeous. Shoulders are back and down, head in line with your spine. Bringing your centering. Gorgeous. So with this abduction, we're working on the concentric hip for our abductors to move the carriage out and the eccentric adductor to control the return of the carriage. If you want on the next one, you can bring your arms, open your arms as the carriage comes out. How's that feeling? All right? So really want to lengthen, like you've got an elastic band. It's coming from the top of your head and it's coming from here. So you're pulling opposite sides from one end to the other. So push down on your heels and lift up from your head. That's 8. Beautiful. We're going to come and turn to the other side. Now we can always do adductors. So if we lower a spring, which we can do next week, it's going to work our adductors. But today we'll just work on the abductors, coming on here. Set yourself up. So always align yourself. So think of your ABC. A to alignment, align your body. B, breathe always. And C, control and centering. So always think of these things every time you get into one exercise. So controlling the move as you're coming in. It's quite easy to go out. Releasing any tension in your back of your head, your neck, your shoulders. This is great, helping you with the posture, your alignments, and working on your biomechanics. Looking very strong, George. I can see you doing your exercises. Very good to see. Carefully coming off the carriage. We're going to come into our feet in straps. So keeping that foot bar up. So feet in straps. I'll start with 2 red and we'll see how you feel. We'll even go to, yeah, that should be all right. And this is one of our famous exercises why everyone comes to Reformer. As you know, because that's why you love coming. I know you do. It's coming onto the carriage. Now to put our feet in straps, I want you just to watch me again. So starting with our rest position, you're going to put pressure onto that leg that's on the foot bar, bring the other leg up to tabletop, push away, bringing that strap on the arch of your foot, have that leg in tabletop, and keep that tension there to bring the other leg and bring that foot strap, keep in here. So we're going to do our lift and lower. So we're going to start with our legs straight, squeezing those legs together, and we're going to slowly lift our legs up to just above our hips. Inhale, prepare. Exhale as you push away. So really working with our hip sockets here. Inhale to come up. Exhale as you push away. Spine is neutral. Neck is long. Keeping no tension in your neck or shoulders. To come out, bend the knees, take one strap off, put that foot on the foot bar, and then take the other strap. So start in your rest position. That sticky mat's not yet. Just put under your lumbar spine. Good. So you want to work one leg, bring that strap onto your arch of your foot. Keep the tension there. Bringing up the other leg. Good. So stretching out your legs to a long diagonal. Squeezing the legs together. Inhale to bring them just over your hips. Exhale to lower them down. Now keeping your hands on your hip socket, George, to make sure your pelvis isn't moving around. We don't want any tension in your upper body. Relax your head. We want a nice long back neck. Good. Now I like to imagine when I'm doing this exercise that my torso is the wall, my legs are the door, and my hip socket is a door hinge. So to get the door to open and close is coming through the hips, the door hinge, the hip socket. So your torso is still. The movement's coming from the hip socket. Squeezing those legs together. This is another lumbar pelvic control exercise. We're looking for extensor activity. Working our glutes and hamstrings as well, and our hip. This is a really nice exercise to do when you've been sitting all day and you need that nice flow of blood going the opposite direction. Working those muscles. Coming out the same way you came in. Put that leg on the foot bar. Good. Feeling all right, George?
Yeah, good.
Getting that nice stretch?
Good stretch.
Lovely. We've got another beautiful one. This is called slices. Feet in straps. This is another good exercise. And this is starting to work on your coordination, thinking of what you've got to do next. Coming to your rest position. You want your pelvis connected to the carriage. Bring nice feet in straps. Now we're going to start with our legs in a long diagonal. When you're going to lift your legs, I want one leg to bend to your chest and the other leg is going to go straight up to the ceiling. As you exhale. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift one leg straight up to the ceiling, the other leg bends, and it's creating a nice figure four. This is a lumbar pelvic stabilization, making sure your pelvis is not moving around. And we're going to do 8 of those.
8 on each leg.
8.
4, 6, 6.
8 on each leg. This is a nice one. I want you to enjoy it. I never want to stop doing this one when I do it. I love it. It's nice. So coming into your rest position, good. I'm teaching you well, very good. And long back neck, you want to keep that, and keep all your tension out of your upper body. Let it go. Melt your shoulders, your rib cage down to the carriage. Stretching the legs out. When you bring one leg to the ceiling, the other leg bends, creating that nice figure four. Stretch both legs out, squeezing them together, bring them right down to a long diagonal. And we go to the other. Now, only lower your legs as far as your lower back allows. So if you start noticing your lower back arching, I want you to just go as far as you can. Good? Rib cage melting down to the carriage. Make sure your rib cage is nice and melted. Beautiful. Making sure you're keeping your hips stable. So I always like to keep my hands on my hips, George, making sure they're not moving around. Keep them level, keep them stable. Making sure your lower back doesn't lift off the carriage. So you want a nice heavy tailbone. Good. Enjoying this one? I like this. Yeah. you finish bending your knees to your chest. I think that was the last one. Good. So bend both knees to your chest in a nice way. Take off one strap. Then you're going to bring that foot to the foot bar. Good. Take off the other strap. Good, George. You're doing very well. We're going to come into a very challenging exercise. And I know you're going to do this very well with your Zumba dancing. So this is called short spine. So it's a bit of a coordination that I'd like you to just watch me do, and then I'm going to let you to do. So again, it's feet in straps. We want to start with our legs in a long diagonal, making sure your shoulder blades away from there. Spine in neutral. Make sure you're centered. Inhale to start lifting your legs. Exhale to keep coming up. You're going to bring your heels together and you're going to bring your knees out wide. Keep your knees to your chest. You're going to lower your spine completely. And when your lower spine is down on the carriage, that's when we press our legs out. So inhale to start lifting those legs. Exhale, continue lifting them. You're going to bring your heels together in a nice froggy. Bend the knees. Bring your knees to your chest. Lower that spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, and push away. So it's a nice articulation to the spine. Do you feel all right to do that one? Let me know how you feel, because I want you to listen to your body. I might put you on 3 springs. Okay. Listen to your body. If you feel this is not right for you, we can do this another day. So I'm going to put you on 3 red springs. See how you feel with the 3 red springs. Maybe I might put you on 2 red and a blue, actually. Making sure that foot bars, that headrest is down always. Anytime we do any rolling up to our heads, keep the headrest down. Beautiful. I might get rid of this sticky mat. I think it's just getting in your way. Stretching those legs out to a long diagonal, squeezing them together. Inhale, start lifting, slow, controlled. Exhale, you're going to just come there, bring your heels together, bend your knees to your chest. You're going to keep your legs there as you lower the spine, articulating the spine coming down, upper back, mid back, lower back. Keep your legs there until your lower back's completely down, then you stretch those legs out. Good. How does that feel? You want to keep going? Or you feel good to go? All right, beautiful. Inhale, exhale till you come just up to there. Heels, chest, keep your legs to your chest as you lower that spine, feeling your mid back, lower back. Until you get here, then we stretch those legs out. Gorgeous. Inhale, slowly coming up. Exhale as you keep coming there. Heels together, bend knees to chest. Keep those thighs to your chest. Articulating your spine, upper back. Feel your mid back, lower back. Keep your thighs there and then stretch out. Good. Might just do one more here. I know it's a bit of a challenge, but I know you do it well. Or you want to do one more? You like this? I think you're going to enjoy it. Gorgeous. And it's nice to know that you can do it. Keeping your thighs to your chest, lowering your spine. Keep that down, 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 and then stretch out. Gorgeous. This is great. Spinal flexion to extension. Beautiful. Coming out safely. It's good when you're sitting at your desk all day to do something like this. Working on the spine. Now this is another great coordination exercise. It's actually called coordination. So a bit of thinking what to do is going to be in a red and a blue spring. I'm going to keep the foot bar there. This time I'm going to bring our hands to the straps. Coming into our nice rest position. Legs starting tabletop. Bringing our elbows down to our thing. We're going to inhale. Exhale, stretch your legs out. Stretch your arms out. And we're going to do 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. Bring your legs, fold your legs, and then fold your elbows. Inhale, exhale, stretch everything out. 3 beats, 1, 2, 3. As you exhale, inhale, and then inhale. The next time, if you feel good enough, we're going to stretch out, curl up, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3 beats. Fold the legs, fold the hands, and then lower your head. So it's step by step. So a great coordination challenge for you here. No, that's what you wanted. This is what you're going to get. It's progressive of our lumbar pelvic stabilization training. Set yourself up first, beautiful. You want your elbows close to your ribs. Bend your... No, so sorry, I should have picked that up. It's actually hands in straps this time. Sorry, I wasn't playing. So hands are in straps this time. That's all right. It is a bit of... Bend your elbows in, legs in tabletop, then stretch out. 3 beats, 1, 2, 3. Fold the legs, and then fold your elbows. Inhale, prepare. Exhale as you bring lower legs, lower your hands. 3 beats, 1, 2, 3. As you exhale, fold your legs and fold your arms. If you can, next time curl up as you stretch out. Inhale, exhale as you beat for 1, 2, 3. Fold the legs, fold your arms, and then lower your head. This is a bit of a coordination, yes. Inhale, exhale, push away. 3 beats, 1, 2, 3 as you exhale. Fold your legs, fold the arms, and then lower your head. Good. Inhale, exhale as you beat for 3. 1, 2, 3. Fold the legs, fold your arms, and lower your head softly. Folding the legs, fold your arms, and then lower your head. How are you feeling? All right?
Coordination.
Coordination,
Getting
strengthening,
legs,
abdominal working. Good. We're going to come to a lovely hamstring stretch. And you want to do a bit of stretching, working on the hamstring lengthening and alignment. So for this one, it is a red and the blue spring. Now, we did scooters last week, so it's sort of an extension of scooters. So I'll just do a scooter just to show you where we are. So I want you to bring this leg just over your second toe. The other leg is going to be kneeling on the carriage. I want you to bring your rib cage over your pelvis, and then we're going to hinge from the hip. Just come in here, shoulders back and down. We've got our headlights on our pelvis. We've got our headlights on our shoulders facing forward. Bring in here, having your core centered. And if you keep one hand behind you, that will monitor your pelvis if it's moving around. So keeping that there. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, we're just going to push the carriage out. Actually, that's very strong. I'm going to one red up there. Just push that carriage out as you lift that leg up. So that's what we did last week. We kept this leg straight. This time, we're going to breathe in. We're going to exhale. You're going to stretch that front leg out and then bring it back in. So I just want you to do 2 of these to get familiar with it. And then you're going to stretch out. As you stretch your front leg out, you're going to stretch that back leg out for a nice stretch and come back in. Okay, George? Just let me know with that springs if that feels okay. So remember our scooter, we had the knee, just want your knee just over your second toe, so bring it a little bit more back. So you're bringing your pelvis forward, hinge from your hips, shoulders back and down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, keeping your leg on the carriage and just straightening the front leg to start. Straightening that front leg. So we're coming up with a stretch. That's right. Good. Fall back in. Keep your shoulders back and down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale as you straighten that front leg. How's that feeling? Good. So making sure your pelvis is in front. So with this, maybe bring your hands more forward so you want your shoulders in line like you got road lights and you want them in front. Car lights, I should say. So keeping the pelvis forward and level, shoulders up level. Are you feeling all right to think you might be able to lift your left arm? See how you feel. Feeling that nice hamstring stretch. Inhale to come in with a return with your knee coming on the carriage. You can leave that knee on the carriage if you feel that's too strong. Otherwise, listen to your body. Make sure you're doing what feels right for you today. Making sure we've got a nice long back neck. So you always just want to peach under your chin. Good. We're going to come to the other side. Lovely. So we want that sticky mat. Sorry, I didn't bring the sticky mat. I'm going to have it just there. So making sure we always have the sticky mat. Sorry, I missed that there. Inhale, shoulders level, pelvis level. You've got the peach under your chin, so just looking forward, hinging just from your hips. Have a nice neutral spine. Gorgeous. Stretch out as you exhale, straighten that front leg. So just keeping those shoulders level, hips level. What I might do is just take one. Yep, that's okay. Inhale, exhale as you bring that next time. We're going to bring that leg on the carry, stretch that right out. Good. It's looking good, George. Inhale, control your move in. Shoulders looking more level now. Pelvis is looking level. That's good. So consciously try and keep the shoulders level. Just one more here. And carefully control back in. And that is amazing. Well done, George. You did so well.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
Yeah, good.
Good. So that's a little bit of everything you've said you wanted to work on. Next week, we'll work on some more of those muscles and exercises. Let me know what makes you feel good and what doesn't. If we can try and just complete our 5-week plan, and if you continue coming to your group Pilates exercise and take some of those exercises home. Thank you so much. You did so well.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you very
George.
much.
Thank you.